I think of it as starting a band, you know? Like, I'm a drummer in music and in the bands that I've been in. Drummers don't write songs usually, but they're there to carry the beat and like put the song on a pedestal in a way. And that's kind of how I see myself in the business world, is like the founder is the songwriter and the lead vocalist or the lead guitarist. They're at the forefront, they have the vision, and I'm just there to help elevate it and help keep it steady and push it forward.
Thank you very much.
This space is freaking awesome up here.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this, but basically beyond this wall will be all production when we do the upstairs reno. I have started and bought a couple businesses. All three of those Charles has rebranded or worked on the identities for. And not just that, but helped me reposition those companies in a way that is more in line with where I want to take them or where he thinks they could go. And they've just immediately taken off in a new direction. They've started to make more money. They've started to, you know, be seen in a different way. He's kind of unlocked some things for me that I could not do myself. It's pretty much just gone in one direction with Charles, just kind of up.
My mission behind it is rooted in this belief that everyone has a unique value, especially entrepreneurs. The more that they can tap into what that unique value is, them offering that unique value truly does make the world a better place, especially when there's more of those people, not just like a few hotshots that are owning the entire market.
So I reached out to Charles, and we hit it off instantly after one Zoom call. Yeah. And it didn't take me long to realize, hey, this is somebody I want in my camp.
So this place is a live-work townhome. Yeah, just wanted to set it up as like a small little creative space. Try to keep some stuff around that I find inspiring and then that feels like me. This photo right here is my band playing at a big music festival in Birmingham, and biggest show we've ever played. None of our shows actually look like that, but there was like 5,000 people there, so it was pretty sick. What he does is he takes these old show posters and redesigns them in this like Swiss design style. And I like a lot of these bands, so it's like these are perfect for me. This skateboard over here is actually a client of mine. They're called Night Shift Skateboards. He basically partners with artists to print their work on skateboards and then they sell it as art. We made baseball cards for Furnace Fest, but every year we've made a deck of cards for all the bands playing, which is pretty sweet.
When I've gotten off track, he's been able to be a strong voice to go, I don't think this is communicating who you are, and I know who you are, and I think there's a better way to represent you visually. So in a certain sense, he's like a bouncer or like a manager or something, to be like, I get you and I see you, but I'm not gonna let you act like that in public. I'm going to help express who you are in a way that I think is true to you. And so I do that in everybody else's life. He does that in mine, and I trust him inherently and intrinsically with all those endeavors. Yeah, whatever he says goes, honestly.
Empowering the underdogs is something I'm extremely passionate about. You know, taking a guy that has a vision to launch a product or a service or whatever it is, and helping them articulate it and present it in the most beautiful way possible that illustrates the vision that he has for it so that other people can quickly understand it. That's like something that I innately get stoked about. Denise, a lot of the directions that you sent over, they definitely felt like, to me, like they leaned feminine. But I noticed on the questionnaire, you selected neutral on that brand personality. So I wanted to acknowledge that in these directions that I pulled. How are these feeling after just looking at these? I work with client, usually a founder, an entrepreneur, and help them become known for what makes them special. And usually that's through their branding, like their identity, and getting really clear on that. And then I help them build a team to execute on that and to like make it all real.
Remy, what sound does a tiger make?
What does a tiger say?
Yeah.
I poured a lot of myself into my career, and the same for Charles. So I think we were both kind of nervous that having a child would like mess things up, you know? I was, definitely terrified, even like the day before he was here, that we were making the right decision. But as soon as he was born, it was just like nothing that I've ever experienced. It's been like life-changing in the best way, and now I want like 20 children, so. So I'm obsessed with him, for sure.
I'm earning for my son and my family, my wife. It's like a work ethic increase, for sure. But it feels good, it feels natural.
And I love his passion for his job. I like really admire his courage and bravery, and to be doing his own thing, because that's not me at all. Almost every day he's like, do you want to hear this new idea that I have? Do you want to hear like something crazy that I thought about? Do you want to hear this new idea? I'm like, sure, let's hear it. What are we doing now?
I think that's my purpose for a living. Being a father and being a husband is to extract the beauty of God's creation and show how I think we should all be grateful for it, and show how everyone literally has something unique and valuable to offer.
Yeah, you can go back and tell Charles, hey, Bernard's, he's in it for good. At the very beginning, I was a client. And today, for me, Charles is a partner, which is kind of cool. And he earned that partnership with me. You know, I don't give away portions of my company to anybody, but here's a man that I want, and his team, I would love to have them with me long term. So my relationship with Charles is not going to end when my product is launched in January. He's going to be with me for many years to come. I think I need him more than he needs me.
A select handful of these clients have asked to really partner with me, with numbers and with real equity in their business or revenue share or whatever. And it's cool that happened naturally without me having to ask, because it really aligns, the incentives. Yeah, so
Thanks for saving me a spot.
Yeah, of course, dude.
Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I would say less as a contractor, much more as a partner, for sure. It was less business and much more friendship and teaming up together for the same cause. He just was always going above and beyond, and always felt like he wasn't on the outside, and he was the guy that we hired for all of our branding needs. He was one of us creating from within and was taking all of it in with us. Like, I can't imagine any of what we've just done being accomplished without Charles having guided us through the whole process. And
That spot again.
A lot of things that I enjoy to do outside of work and in business, it's all stuff that I have grown up doing. Things like skiing, riding my bike, playing music. Playing music is a huge part of my life, and has been, and probably always will be to some degree.
got really into mountain biking several years ago, and that's kind of been my sport of choice alongside CrossFit stuff and fitness. That stuff makes me feel like a kid again, especially mountain biking. It's like making time to go out in the woods and play in the woods in a way, you know? Even though I'm like, you know, a couple miles from downtown, it's like, it still feels like I'm in the middle of nowhere and I'm like racing through the woods, hitting jumps and berms and stuff. It's a rush. It's a good time. It's almost meditative in a way where you can't focus on anything else than what you're doing in like the present. That might be also part of what draws me to these other activities as well. It's like when you're on stage playing a show, you gotta focus on what you're doing. Otherwise you're gonna miss a part, or like if you're thinking about something else. It's not as much of an escape necessarily as it is like a meditative practice, and I like start to crave it, you know? Same with skiing, same with going on a walk, you know? It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, I love CrossFit primarily because it's something completely different every day. You know, like we'll repeat the same stuff every now and then, but it's just like a new surprise of things to do every day. Oh man, that's it. It's only 10 minutes, so kind of crazy. The awesome part is it never gets easier, you know, because you're always like pushing harder. It's a freaking blast though. With really loud music and like 20 more people, it's more fun. I mean, group fitness, I never thought I would like that, but I freaking love it. And the community here is really awesome too. Same with mountain biking. It's like, it's fun to do it on your own, but it's way more fun to find some other like enthusiasts or people to do it with you, you know? And I carry that over into work stuff too, you know?
After spending months of working with various label people, I came up with what I thought was a great label. I was so excited. I put this in front of Charles. Back comes, Bernard, I hate to break it to you, this label's ugly. It's like, what are you doing? Where's the wow factor? You know, where is this, where is that, where is this, where is that? And he kind of broke my bubble, right? And he didn't hear from me for about a day or two. And he said, Bernard, it was really classic. He said, Bernard, what do you want from me? You want me to be a flight attendant, or do you want me to be the co-pilot? And I came back and said, of course I want you to be the co-pilot. That's what I hired you for. He said, you know what, you're not always going to get the answers you want from me. You're going to get the answers that are needed. And I respect that, because despite the fact that I have decades of experience, there's somebody willing to tell me, no, Bernard, that's not good enough. It's not going to cut the mustard, right? So
I think my mission is finding and empowering those sorts of people, because I truly do think that makes the world a better place for everybody. In 2021, I started this coffee brand. I've launched these brands for these other people so many times. It's like, I should do it for myself. I should be my own client and like, in one way, like put my money where my mouth is and build a brand the way that I want to build it. Got the sourcing figured out, created the identity, built an awesome little team around creating and launching this brand. Like, hired this logo designer that I had always wanted to work with, hired a photographer that I had always wanted to work with, an animator, and we like created this little launch campaign. The company was called Steep. Yeah, it just kind of put together my dream project, and I owned it. But, you know, once that was all done, I found myself wanting to do that again for somebody else and not necessarily run the business. Is really weird, you know?
Like, I didn't want to be the CEO of my own business. Then, a couple months later, someone approached me about acquiring it. So I sold 80% of it to them, and now they are running it. Yeah, it's just an interesting learning lesson in a way, where I've found out firsthand that I am not the CEO type. I'm much better suited as, you know, the creative partner to the visionary founder, CEO type person.
He also is like creative in the sense that of business, I think. Like, there's artists out there and there's art to what both of us do, but he likes art that works and art that creates value and creative things that, you know, communicate something. That's different. And it's really valuable. You need both, but if you're trying to make money, you need that.
It just happened, it just came together really naturally, you know? And I was just stoked the whole time I was making it. I just found people that were really aligned stylistically and people that got the vision and just kind of pieced it all together. And that is a big component of what I do with people. Like, I am not doing all the work myself. I'm collaborating with other creatives that are perfect for the job, you know? Like, there's no way that one person can be capable of all that. But if you can like cast the vision at the beginning and get clear on it, it's just really clear who the right people are to come and help make it real. I don't know, it's way more fun to make stuff with people than it is to try to be the one guy doing all of it, you know? This is our property. So this is our barn right here. I'm gonna turn half of it into like my studio space. It's coming together. It's been a freaking project. We started this a little over a year ago.
So yeah, this is it. It's still very much under construction, but this is our living room, dining area, windows. Pretty crazy. Dude, check out these drawers. We had these drawers made. Look how big these are. Isn't that crazy? This is for dead bodies. This is gonna be a great open space to do anything down here. And like, in the summer especially, when all the leaves are on the trees, it's like just green, you know? It's pretty cool.
He's a peaceful presence. I mean, he's capable of somehow retaining his cool no matter what the situation is or what's going on. It's always felt like he was someone that wanted to pull the gold out of us, you know? Like, it's just been apparent that his heart's been fully bought in from day one.
But yeah, why should we make the world a better place? It's because I feel like that's what we're called to do as humans, naturally. And it's like living into that. I think everybody wants to do that deep down.
Honestly, he's like a deep, loving man who loves his family and loves the people who are around him. I can see that his work expresses his love for people. I believe that's why he does what he does. And he may not be one to be overstating and overemphasizing it with his words, how much he appreciates this person or how much he loves this person or any of this stuff, but he kind of speaks with his actions. And so being around him, I can tell that he cares about me and he cares about the people that he works with. And anytime I say, oh, that person's this and this and this, he'll go, no, you need to think of it differently. And I think those overlapping things, those overlapping themes communicate who he is. He can see it all, and he ultimately loves the people he works with, and that's what I experience when I'm with him.
My son and my wife are the things that motivate me to do more of that. You know? It all kind of works together. But I would say that my family is 110% the fuel behind all of it.